weird as God, such a good view. Good morning everyone. It is 7:20 a.m. on Saturday, September 9th, and we are in France today. Le Havre, or however you pronounce it. It's like 3 hours from Paris. So we are hurrying to try and get there pretty early in the day so that we can spend more time in Paris. Stressing. What is it doing? Where's my money? It's raining right now. Alright, so we tried to go it alone. It was pouring rain. So now we're booking the tour. How do you feel about it? Hello.
I'm not happy. This is terrible.
Oh, hey, what do you know? It stopped raining. 6.
Morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
So yes, they destroyed the harbour and the city of here. Look at the spectacle that they show. This is one of the huge rivers we have in France, La Seine, and it's the same river we have in Paris, which means that it goes from the middle of France, runs through the capital like a huge water snake, and then out here, and then runs out in Le Havre. And it's also on the same river that the Vikings used to come in the 9th century. And the reason why they had the success with this was that their ships were very flat, which meant that it could go all the way down into central Paris all that time. The monastery of Saint-Germain. The straight line, but it's really, really curly. Now, the Duchy of Normandy we see that they fainted very often, and hopefully somebody was there to bring out the salt and let them smell it, and then they will wake up again. Here we go. Here are the River Seine and boats, which are actually apartments, and then the Eiffel Tower in the distance. Later on here, castle and the royal manors. They're still wearing wigs, and this comes from the time when Louis XIV lost his hair, 17th century. In front of us, beginning of the 19th century, the emperor of that time. And he lost the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. Never got to see the arc finished. Crossroads here and walked into the city. Now, this city gate has never been used for any Romans. That is important to remember. This is something that Napoleon invented to make it more like the Roman style. The trick is to stay inside the roundabout here. Then
there's no way
to get out again. It's very calm here today, but imagine here. Underneath the Arc of Triumph, you have a little everlasting burning flame there. It's burning on top of the tomb of the unknown soldier. We don't know who he was. They picked him out of 8 soldiers that they found. This on the 11th of November 1918. We have the peace treaty 6 months later. Left hand side, cat here. And we have all sorts of shops here at the top. Shops and restaurants. They say that the French, they tend to go on the right hand side pavement here. That's where you have the restaurant. And the tourists on the left hand side. Brioche store. McDonald's on the left hand side. Have a look at the M. It's white. It's not allowed to be yellow, because all the neon lights here, they need to be identical in the evening. So there's white light. And for Christmas, we have all the Christmas decoration in the trees here. So the upper part only has restaurants and shops. Hugo Boss. No price tags in the windows for some reason. And then we have Quick and McDonald's. Quick and McDonald's, these are not fancy restaurants, which means that it's possible to have a huge variety of things. Lido, a bit further on. It's a cabaret show, competitor to Moulin Rouge. 2 shows in the evening, 7 days a week. 120 euros per person, and you get half a bottle of champagne. Right inside, the headquarters of Louis Vuitton. Right inside. They keep changing their fashion shows in the windows here. Louis Vuitton. And Fouquet right inside. Fouquet, luxurious restaurants. All the famous actors go here when they have won the Caesars. That's the equivalent of the Oscars. Right inside you have the big and the small palace. That's the 2 buildings on either side here. They came here for a world exhibition.
That fountain.
We have arrived at the Concord Square in the middle in front of us, which is the 14th of July every single year in the morning. The national day today, 14th of July. So you have the obelisk on the left hand side. And they also have 2 water fountains. The water's running here, luckily. On the right hand side you see 2 statues, 2 ladies sitting on a base. 2 of these ladies in each and every corner of the square. They represent the French huge cities like Brest, Rouen and so on. Well, they are preparing for a concert here. And behind it you have the Tuileries Gardens, ancient royal gardens, and behind it in the distance, just for the record, you have the Louvre, which we will see in a moment.
Maxime?
Everybody has watched the film Midnight in Paris?
No.
They go to this restaurant, one of the best places to go and listen to music. 2 seconds here, you're gonna have the main facade here. Have a look at this.
Oh my god.
Arcades at the bottom, pillars in the middle. The busts represent composers and musicians, and it's the so-called emperor style. Here. So the kings and queens moved to the Louvre, semicircular in shape at the top, and the building is pretty flat if you compare it to Gothic buildings, and this is going to be very tight. Hold on to your hats. Let's breathe in, and I will tell you when you can breathe out again.
Oh my god.
The building is made out of stone, and I'm very sorry, it's not possible to fold the bus. We made it!
Look, there it is.
This is something
There
we
it
built.
is.
1989. 200 years after the French Revolution, right? This is huge. And it's made out of glass, so we can look through it and still see the ancient Louvre in between. So the Louvre was a fortress, then the royal palace, and then it became a museum after the revolution. And on the right-hand side, you have the small Arc of Triumph. Napoleon, again, is behind the project. If we look between the legs, we might see the ancient, the old Arc of Triumph. You have the Egyptian obelisk and the ancient Arc of Triumph in the distance here. There's any more collections, so on and so on. You don't have that many paintings of the 19th century. They simply don't fit. So again, on the right-hand side, you have the Louvre, right? Everything here on the other side of the water is the Louvre. Troublesome. Repair all the rail tracks every single year. So that's why they closed it. And in the 1980s, they made it into a museum. Inside, you have Van Gogh, Monet, Toulouse-Lautrec, Manet, all the painters, all the impressionists and expressionists and so on of the 19th century. In front of us we have the military museum. We're going to go on the other side and have a look at the Golden Dome. 17th and 18th centuries, and they have been used in real battle, and everything was built here for soldiers who were wounded in battles. That's why we have the dome, the name of the dome, or the Invalid Dome, because soldiers were invalid.
There's the Eiffel Tower and then the Invalid Dome. This looks like a crosswalk to me. Oh my god, there's no signal. There's no signal. Go, 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 go. Look at these people on segways. Look at the little baby.
Why are so many people coming from the States here in the 1920s?
KFC.
This is the Art Deco style. All the metal, all the decoration should melt into nature.
I don't know.
Do you have any soft drink?
Yeah.
Or Coca-Cola?
Can I get a Sprite?
Lemon.
Yeah, lemon. Yeah. Thank you. Why are there? Oh, the line's stopped. Here is the chicken with mushrooms. Your face. The weirdest bathroom ever. There's no door. We look at the puppy. Oh, he's gone. We are officially here in Paris, France, and we just had lunch. They have the bathrooms, and they don't have doors like separating the men from the women. One side is men, and one side is women. It's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. The sun actually came out, which is good news. The baguette was actually the best thing. It was like a French bread. I had the best Coke. You're a Coke expert.
So you see a little building, middle of the square, where we stopped before.
Literally no lanes.
And what you have on your left hand side here, you see some green statues, a water fountain and gardens slowly creeping up on us. This is the Luxembourg Garden. The name comes from a minister, or a duke rather, the Duke of Luxembourg, who was the owner of the grounds. He sold it to the royal king and queen of the time in the 17th century. The origin of the city. A Celtic tribe settles down close to the water because they would have something to drink and they would also find the fish.
Look at them! What are they doing? What the heck? Look, here's another one.
Yeah, talk about the traffic situation here. This is the French. Oh.
Look at this giant line to go into the cathedral. Oh my god, look at all these pigeons! Look at all the pigeons! So we are now in line to go into the Notre Dame Cathedral. It's so sunny out here. Such a contrast from this morning. Oh my god, look at the dog. Look at the dog. Hello, doggy. There's another one. These two just cut us in line. Nice, good. Silence. We're leaving the cathedral now. It's so pretty and so big. I don't know what's up on the second and third floor because there's 3 floors, but we only went around the first one, so that's all you could do. And now we gotta run back to our bus so we don't miss it. Okay, excuse me, excuse me. Look at the little dog, the Yorkie. Look at the little train. Oh, it's so cute. I didn't see that. Little train. Little train. Oh my god, look.
It's a Maltese.
2 seconds later, it is pouring.
Bought locks, wrote their initials on the lock and locked the lock on the side of this bridge and threw the key into the river, and the love would be eternal. Lovely, very romantic. The less romantic story is that the fences, the sides of the bridge, fell down into the river. Became too heavy. So that's why they're taking it away, and you have plastic protection here nowadays. So this used to be the royal castle before they moved to Versailles. Thomas Edison and Gustav Eiffel.
We got off the bus now. We're on our way to go see the Eiffel Tower, and I'm wearing my purse on my front because she was like, beware a pickpocket. So, in the front. I can also hear people yelling and stuff, and she warned us about demonstrations, so I think they're doing something like that. There it is! The Eiffel Tower! Here we are in front of the Eiffel Tower, and it's overexposed, of course. Here we go. There it is! Woo! It's a video mom. Seriously, such a good view of the Eiffel Tower right there. That was my favorite part. What is that? What is that? There it is. Here's a protest. And it's raining again. It rains and it stops and then it rains again. At least it's not raining that hard right now.
There's some other things in Paris here. And they have some demonstrations here. This says liberate someone here.
Dog, look at the dog.
Houses made in the Haussmann style. Here's the story. Medieval Paris had tiny, narrow streets, and the buildings on either sides were made out of wood all over the city. The huge empty square you have in front of Notre Dame today was not the case. And there's also another reason why they started building the entire city. In medieval Paris, you didn't have any vehicles, any cars, any buses or vans with pollution. You had horses.
That looks scary. Those are cows. That boat has a water slide. Right there. That one, Costa Mediterranea. Please prepare your sea pass. On the cruise ship now. First thing to do is go to dinner. Looks like I'm at the beach, but I'm not. It's a dining room and this is a picture. So we both got Caesar salad. Here's my tomato sauce, aka ketchup. Here's my BLT burger. She got steak. For the first time ever, I finished everything on my plate. Ignore the onion. That doesn't count. Alright, so here's my chocolate swirl cheesecake. Alright, so here's my chocolate swirl cheesecake. He stopped talking, so I think you can hear me better. So we just finished dinner now. We're heading back to the room so that we can go pack. Like, these people are good and already have their luggage out. Hello. Just put our bags outside. Here they are. Alright, so we are all packed up, put our luggage outside the cabin door. This concludes the end of this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My one and only day in Paris. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. You'll always know whenever I post a video, and comment down below what you thought. Let me know. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!